Hey everyone, welcome to the season 4 premiere of the Mouse Ears podcast. That's right, season 4, baby. So, this week's episode, we are talking about what's coming in 2025. That's right, a list of new attractions and offerings from major Disney, Universal, cruise lines, all inclusive travel destinations 2025. And boy, do we talk about a lot.
I'm excited.
Yes. So we hope that you enjoyed this episode. We're going to dive right in because it is a long one. It is a two-parter, and hope you all enjoy. All right, let's cue that intro.
Anyway, I think we should talk about the other park. The park that must not be named, but we're gonna name it right here. Talking Universal Orlando. Because we are going to get epic in this. But before we do, we gotta talk about some hotels. Who wants to talk about some hotels? Jenny, are you gonna save it for Disney? You're gonna save it for Disney
I
World.
want to save it for Disney.
You could save it. We'll save you for Disney World. Okay. I can do it. Brooks, you can help me. Steph, I know you're willing to chime in. We're going to do it. Here we go. Now, so this first one I'm very excited for because I know Brooks, you did too. We spent at least a couple hours going through looking at pictures and videos, the influencers, the media passes. I don't know if they were there today or yesterday at Stella Nova, but Universal Stella Nova Resort, which is inspired by distant galaxies, is opening up on January 21st. So what is that, next Tuesday? Next Monday? Nope, that's in April.
Nope,
Gotta
Tuesday.
pull the calendar. It is Tuesday.
Yeah, it
Next
opens on Tuesday.
So when you're listening to us, Stella Nova opens up tomorrow. And it is featuring 750 guest rooms designed to provide a celestial oasis for guests. Now, Brooks and I, as we were kind of chatting about this, Stella Nova and Terra Luna, which we'll talk about next, are technically in the prime value categories for resorts for Universal Orlando. Now, I want to get y'all's thoughts before we move on. From Disney to Universal, what would you put in the same prime value category to match it with Stella Nova and Terra Luna? Not talking about, it's a brand new resort, so it looks fresh and all. Like, besides that, what resorts in Disney World would you kind of put in the same category?
Disney World.
Oh yeah,
that's a good question.
They're right there, a couple of miles apart. I
would say Grand Destino Tower.
I said Coronado, Grand Destino Tower.
Interesting. I did not think of it that way. Just because of the same theming? I'm curious.
I think there's an element of luxury to it, but it's at a better price point, and I think that's exactly what Grand Destino gives you. You walk into that lobby, and it's just beautiful, and it looks like it's a deluxe hotel, but the price point is much better. The rooms are still beautiful and comfortable, and it's just a gorgeous space.
And this is just something else because I'm totally on par with what Jen is saying. But if you think about it too, Stella Nova and Terra Luna aren't necessarily like super close. You have to take a bus. It's location wise, it's nice and upscale, but it's a little bit retracted. And that's kind of Coronado as well. It has similar elements if you break it down.
And I did not think of it that way because, yes, it is a little secluded from, your main parks, your Islands of Adventure, City Walk, Universal, or Universal Studios, and Coronado, same thing. You're a little far from Magic Kingdom, but you're spitting distance from Epic Universe, which with Coronado you got Epcot and Studios and even Animal Kingdom right there.
It's in the Animal Kingdom geographical area. Yeah.
So, and honestly, you're really only 5, because like if you come out of Coronado, hang a left, go over the bridge, the second light is the turn in for Studios. Epcot is just down, loop around, or make a left and you're there. Animal Kingdom is hang a right, go straight and you're there. I mean,
Tell me you were a cast member bus driver without telling me you were a cast member bus driver.
So you're right. Brooks, you and I were talking about this just a couple hours ago. What do you think?
I would say about the same with the Coronado with everything, but to me it's intriguing as well. Look at the price difference between what Stella Luna and Stella Nova and Terra Luna are going to be, as opposed to Coronado and I would say more the Grand Destino Towers. The price difference is you can stay almost twice as long at the Universal ones than you can at the Disney ones, and the fact that those are considered their prime value categories. Because I saw a couple of people online not liking the space theme on them, but it looks incredible to me. And the fact that if you're a Florida resident, you can potentially stay for $133 a night is insane.
No,
So,
I mean, I agree, which is why what I was thinking is completely different, honestly, because with checking out, so the Prime Value, which is like their middle of the road, they just don't have as many resorts as Disney does. So Prime Value being middle of the road and their price point kind of had me thinking like more of a Art of Animation Pop Century feel. And I say that for the reason of, the rooms themselves, especially the refurb rooms with Pop Century, are a heck of a lot more modern, which you kind of get with the Stella Nova, at least Stella Nova from what we've seen. So that I see. And then with the price point, I mean, there are times you can get Pop Century under $200, a night. But at the same time, I'm not throwing any shade to these 3 resorts, but the All-Stars are just not in that value. I mean, the All-Stars compared over to Universal would be your inns and suites. So that's like your Cabana Bay, your Dockside and Surfside inn and suite, which, not throwing any shade. Heck, if you're hitting the parks hard, personally, why would you go to stay at the Polynesian if you're going to spend every day of your trip in the park? So anyway, go check it out if you haven't seen it.
You see, I wouldn't even. Art of Animation is on the higher side, even higher than Coronado. However, theming wise, they're very full on Disney, and which is fantastic. I mean, families love that. Terra Luna and Stella Nova. Not that I think the theming is awesome, but I'm also a huge Star Wars geek. Like, I love anything out, outer space. Where's the connection here? What is the theme? Like, what is there a storyline that, I mean, the only thing that I can think about is the interstellar, the celestial area in the new park. But even then, how intergalactic outer space is it? Not for nothing, but the landscape looks fantastic. I don't really know, like, what touches they're going to have to kind of bridge that gap. So I'm just a little curious there, because Disney does such a great job with theming, even if it's subtle. Art of animation, higher price point, even if the rooms aren't as upscale as some of these other resorts, like Gran Destino, for instance. And I would put it there as just as far as like, hey, there's a lot of theming, immersiveness that's going on with Terra Luna and Stella Nova. However, I'm more curious, like, what inspired this? Was it the downfall of Galactic Star Cruiser?
Oh,
Honestly, hey, that was
That would be
a creative flop. They learned from it, and Disney is going to come out with something bigger and better after that. But it just wasn't successful. And now you're coming in with a galactic style resort, 2 buildings for a price of for a value priced room at Walt Disney World. Whoa.
well, so if you, and I mean, this can go, you can go think about either way. Most
I'm
of
getting a
art of
little raw
animation,
here.
most of art of animation, though, are suites. And if you take the price point from art of animation, the family suites, and compare that to the 2-bedroom suite at All Star Music, you're kind of within about $100 of a price point. Now, and then of course, if you go over and book, like a 2-bedroom at Saratoga Springs, well, that's just thousands of dollars more. But when we look more toward, and this is my opinion, when you look more towards Universal, to me, there's no ties of theming to the parks with their resorts because they're all owned and operated by Lowe's, the hotel group.
Not
Well,
the home
see,
improvement store.
yes, spelled differently. You know how many times I've tried to spell Lowe's and like I go to spell WLOWES and not LEOWS or however it's spelled. It's ridiculous. But I think this is almost Universal's first attempt at kind of tying in some theming. It's something.
Because at least like some of the other resorts, like Below's, you have some Minion themed suites, and you've got some Jurassic
Sure.
World themed suites. Hard Rock, obviously, there's really not much there unless you want to stretch it and say Rip Red Rocket, which is going away. But, and honestly, now that we're talking about it, frankly, I haven't even had this discussion in my own head off of the podcast. This is the first time I'm voicing my thoughts. But yeah, even Grand Helios, what would you even tie that in? There's really not much. The big theme would be Celestial Park, right? We shall see.
I'm not even, I mean, and myself or Brooks will get into that, but I don't even know. I think you're right. I don't even know if we can tie Grand Helios into
Yeah, now that we're talking about
Epic
it.
Universe.
And yet
thi-
it has a direct entrance to the park, so it has to
I
some
think-
degree, right?
I think more will be revealed as I think Universal may be holding a few things close to their chest. I think it will be revealed.
Yeah, I don't think
As it
we'll
gets
have to
closer.
yet. It's a hot
Isn't
take.
that so exciting, though?
Well,
Oh,
see, I
the
thought
build-up.
that Dockside and Surfside were very like element and earth central, and then we have Stella Nova and Terra Luna. It was like the sky, so like the earth and the sky. That's what I thought. I could be way off base, but that's how I took it. Is they had the two like sister kind of resorts that were, like land and sea, and then skies and stars for the other
Son
two.
What
of
you're
a
playing now.
gun.
So I don't know.
Smelling what you're stepping in. Could be anything. By the way, side note, did you know that Surfside Inn and Suites is actually built on the old Wet n Wild?
Yes,
I'd say now you do, but you already did. There you go.
that little piece of information I did retain in my head, but now everybody knows it. So welcome to the club.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving
Brooks,
right along.
Do you want to take Grand Helios?
Sure.
Okay, then I'll
So,
quickly hold on. Let me
yeah,
quickly talk about
yeah,
Terra Luna.
yeah.
So the sister resort to Stella Nova, Terra Luna, is going to be opening up March 25th, 2025. It's going to offer, we're thinking the same 750 guest rooms with tranquil accommodations to the resort's prime value category, which we actually just talked about, for a very serene retreat. Prime value resort hotels are Stella Nova, Luna, and Luna Terra, along with, I believe it's the Aventura, and I think that's it. I think it's, yeah. Which, there's so much to talk about. So there we go. That was easy. That was quick. We spent a lot of time on the other one. Go ahead, Brooks. I'll let you have it.
So, the Universal Helios Grand Hotel, opening on May 22nd, 2025, this 500-room Lowe's Hotel is located within Universal's Epic Universe at the end of the Celestial Park. It's designed to transport guests into a world where the heavens and earth unite. The hotel offers extraordinary dining, a rooftop bar with incredible views and relaxing amenities. Guests will also enjoy a dedicated entrance into the theme park, enhancing convenience and immersion. And this third resort hotel is in the Signature Collection. So, Helios Grand Hotel.
But, and this is what I don't like. It's in the Signature Collection, but as of this recording, does not include the Unlimited Express Pass.
I think that'll be coming.
Do you know why that is?
Do you? I don't.
I don't think so. This is my opinion. This is Brooks's opinion. Is no way affiliated with Mouse Ears podcast or their partners. I think that for 2025 they're not going to offer it, and starting in 2026 they'll start to offer the Express Pass, and that's when I think they'll also offer the annual passes to include Epic Universe, or whenever they do their price increases.
I was going to say, do you think the price is then going to increase to that of the other signature hotels? Because the price right now is amazing for what it is.
I think yes, and only because this is a Lowe's, however you want to say it,
Lowe's
hotel. To my understanding, I could be wrong, that company purchases the express passes, and that's how they're able to bundle it into your hotel room. So I think because it still hasn't been determined, it's still too new to have those express passes, because you need to purchase a single day ticket every single time you go. Unless you have an annual pass and you're purchasing multiple single day tickets, so any other person has to purchase it's a 3 or 4 day
3 day ticket.
If you do Universal Islands of Adventure and Epic, or 4 including Volcano. But at the end of the day, you can only go to Epic once, almost at a time, so to speak. So even though it's going to still be crazy, there is this tame approach that Universal is doing, and I think that the prices are low now because Lowe's hasn't purchased Express Pass, because they're still not being literally offered at any point. So, do I think prices are going to go up? 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
But it's just a matter of when, because we know that this current ticket style is going to go through the entirety of 2025. I don't expect us to know until November, at least fall, what we can expect in 2026 for tickets. Where Epic
it might be even so.
Yeah. They waited a while, if you
You bring
ask
up
me.
valid points. I mean, I did not know that they were the ones that purchased those.
I am 90% sure that's the case, that they purchase it
So,
and that's how it gets bundled in.
so if that is true, then you can't purchase something that's being
Not
offered
available.
in Epic. So that does make sense. I can see that making sense. So, I don't see that because we're opening in May of 25. I don't see if they're going to do it. I don't see that happening until maybe even 27 because they might take it a full year, do, a year and a half and then I don't know.
And I don't know if they're going to have a reservation system. Like, how are they going to basically monitor if you get a 3-day ticket, who goes when? Are you going to have a huge influx on a single Saturday? That's what I'm wondering. I don't expect any kind of, again, personal opinion, this is not confirmed by Universal. I don't expect, express passes of any sort this year. And I'm thinking they're trying to come up with a way to do a reservation system so that they can kind of have some sort of control when you use your Epic. Like, you have to purchase your 3-day, but you might have to let them know when you're going where.
See,
Again, speculation. But I think they want to do it better than Disney because there was a lot of uproar there with their reservation system, right?
So I was going to say, I think they probably took a lot of notes from Disney because how many times have they changed from, let's go OG fat paper fast passes to now? Besides the paper fast pass, the longest standing was Fast Pass Plus, which worked. It was not the paper, but it worked. And then Universal over there has had the same 3 tiers for how many years? It's got to be at least 20 years now, probably longer. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it, Disney.
And here's another thought. Actually, no. I'm going to wait till we officially introduce the park. Then I'm going to...
All right. I'm going to throw out a pro tip just based on our conversation and my thoughts. If you want to stay at one of the signature resorts and you do not really care about having the Express Pass unlimited, you just want to go and stay at a really nice resort and maybe hit the parks for a little bit, this year is probably the time to do that and stay at Helios at that lower price point. So think about
it was
it.
averaging like $350 a night.
I found one night, I searched some dates and it was
that's competing with Coronado.
I'll say that's Coronado price.
Yeah,
and that's
it was like I think it was like $267 for the dates that I had searched. And
and that's not Grand Destino Tower.
You need to share these dates.
Yeah.
You need to share these dates right now.
So,
oh my gosh. What?
Well, yeah, so I've been looking because I want to stay there. I go to the parks enough that I don't really need to go ride everything, but I definitely want to hit all 3 of the new hotels, and that would be awesome. Or stay there and use the extra money for a VIP tour for the other parks. So
that'll work.
That was my pro tip. Based on
That's actually genius.
I have my moments.
So I think we're down to, what I personally think is the most epic thing on this on these show notes, and the one thing that I think I am most excited for. It's true. It's true.
Do we get a drum roll, or? I feel like
Walt didn't get a drum roll.
Walt's also been dead for a number of years, but we're bringing
when
Epic
he opens
Universe
a whole
to
new
life.
park,
is frozen. What?
I can't wait for those stories to come out. That animatronic, they put his brain in there.
Yeah, those are.
But
okay.
So
This
let's
is
talk
an
about
epic
Epic
countdown
Universe.
right here.
It
Okay.
is.
It's the epic countdown.
That's the best we can do.
Yeah. So bad we're not
So
going to get copyrighted.
No, I hope not. Universal's Epic Universe is, the newest theme park that has opened in Orlando since Animal Kingdom. I'm not counting Volcano Bay, but I'm thinking Animal Kingdom in 1998, I believe it was. But so we have Epic Universe opening up on the 22nd of May, 2025. And this fantastic new theme park is going to feature what I think are 5 fantastic lands that they've included. And we're including Super Nintendo World, which is what they already have out in Universal Hollywood. And we're excited. They're including How to Train Your Dragon, the Isle of Berk.
That's what I'm most
Which
excited about.
I don't even have
I'm
words.
most excited.
But wait,
Probably
there's
gonna
more.
cry.
Dark Universe.
Okay. Real quick. Hot take. All the stuff that's coming out with that I've seen with Dark Universe, I think that might be the hidden gem of Epic Universe.
I'm really excited about that one.
Mm-hmm.
It looks
Because when they first
amazing.
announced it, I was like, okay, that could be that could be interesting. All the stuff that they have shown and everything, I think that's going to be the sleeper of the park. Sorry.
I don't think you're wrong.
I think it's something new.
Yeah.
Like, look around at all the other parks. How long have we been trying to get a Villains Land in the Magic Kingdom?
And Disney didn't announce
Decades.
Villains Land until
Dark Universe. Yeah, they saw the excitement and they're going, man, hold my
Oh, we should
popcorn
have been
bucket.
listening to them
We
from
should
the
have done
beginning.
this. Hey, we brought the trams back after COVID, so that was straight us.
Justice for the Trams.
But we're not done. We have Celestial Park, which, is like the Main Street USA of this park, which I'm very excited for the Stardust Racers, because when they pulled Dueling Dragons out of Islands of Adventure, I cried. So the fact that they're bringing back, if you have not seen the very blurry, grainy test videos that people have posted with the lights and everything at night, it is so cool. So I'm looking forward to that. And of course, they're going to have multiple Michelin star restaurants. Universal's food, like there's dining, table service, quality. But wait, there's more. That's right. And we're ending with the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic. We cannot have a theme park without Harry Potter Land.
You cannot.
Okay.
And the
Let's
fact
break
that
it
you can
down.
be there for the Trial of Umbridge. Yes.
Come on. All right. We do. We need
Off
to
with her head. Sorry.
I haven't even read each world offers unique attractions, dining, and entertainment experiences. In parentheses, the opening of Universal's fourth gate, Epic Universe, ! Epic Universe is made up of 5 awesome themed land, and I already went through those. Good notes there, Steph. I appreciate you.
What are your notes from before? I just didn't take them out.
Well, you should have just taken them out.
Well.
Okay. Let's break it down. The lands that you guys are excited for, what's your number 1? Like, what are we feeling here?
I'm stoked for. Listen, I love Harry Potter. How to Train Your Dragon, brand new, not brand new, like, Dark Universe, because that's original concept. This is just an IP that has not been explored yet, and there is some fantastic attractions that are going to be incorporated. If what we're seeing is correct with like a real life type of Toothless. And on top of all of this, there's going to be a live action How to Train Your Dragon movie coming out. I loved the books. I loved the movies. This to me I am beyond excited for How to Train Your Dragon. Personally.
The little kid in me is so excited for Super Nintendo World. Like, I can't tell you how many hours I spent playing Donkey Kong Country on Super Nintendo. And when I saw the roller coaster where you're going to be in the minecart and you're
Yo,
actually, and they give the illusion that you're jumping the tracks. When they talked about that, I was trying to figure it out in my head. How on earth are they going to do that? And their solution is brilliant.
they have done it.
And I'm just ready to be in there and jump and get the bananas and spell Kong and everything. So,
That's
but I say that I'm excited for everything in that park because I think this is really Universal's chance to flex their muscles. So,
they're killing it.
So I think that this is going to really catapult Universal because there's definitely a number one and number two there in Orlando with the theme parks as people view it as a whole. I think this is going to really catapult Universal. So I think they took a chance with going as far as they have with all these different parks, and I think they're knocking it out. They've hit a grand slam. And we haven't even been there yet. So
Yeah, I'm with Brooks on this. He's inner child with the original Nintendo Entertainment System, and oh my gosh, Super
Good old
Nintendo.
Nest.
I just
Sega Master System.
I am so excited. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry probably the whole day, just running around like a little kid in a candy store, just
Ding, ding.
soaking it all in. Just the entire park. I'm excited about all of it. I'm a lot more excited about Dark Universe than I thought I would be. That's probably very high second on my list, even though I love Harry Potter and I love How to Train Your Dragon. I'm really excited to see what they've done with that. But Super Nintendo,
It makes me want to buy a annual pass just so I can then buy a single day ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would have to agree with the both of you, with a very close second being, Ministry of Magic.
Yeah.
The playing Donkey Kong, playing Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Kart, on N64. Like growing up on all of the Nintendo stuff. But then what Universal has done with Hogsmeade, with Diagon Alley, Ministry of Magic, they are going to take exactly what you imagined from reading the books, and then they're going to plop it down right off of Destination Parkway. Like you walk in, it's going to be exactly what you imagined when you read the books or have seen in the movie. Like that, it is absolutely fantastic. And the roller coaster that they have in there, they have taken new design, like with Donkey Kong attraction and how they designed that track to do this. And now with the Ministry of Magic attraction, y'all, it's going to be a wild 2025 over there at Universal. I'm excited.
Who came up with the name Epic Universe? It's awesome. And it's very easy to say. Like, I'm heading over to Epic. That's like saying I'm heading over to Epcot. Like, Epic. Like, it's not Islands of Adventure.
Universal has an excellent marketing team. They have done an amazing job.
Not just their marketing, but whoever is running their Twitter account needs a raise.
Yes.
Because
they rival Wendy's.
They really do. So kudos if you are running Universal's Twitter/X account.
You need to tip your hat to them.
Are you referring to that one that they posted? It's like, if only there was a dinosaur,
a place to see, to meet and greet and ride dinosaur attractions.
Wait,
And I was like, "Ooh, shots
The
fired!"
shade.
I read it and I sent it to you guys, and I'm still getting goosebumps thinking about it. That was a burn, not a burn, a burn.
But see, and that's not the first time they've done that to them either.
No, they've done a lot of that.
and to me, what's been impressive too is how quickly they have done this. Not only a brand new park with 5 different worlds and all these, just innovative attractions, but also 3 hotels,
And Disney built 1 ride.
So I think, like I said, I think this was Universal's chance to kind of flex their muscles. And I'm basing this off of the stuff that I've seen at Universal Studios Hollywood with the Super Nintendo World, and this is going to be even bigger than that.
Correct.
And like I said, I
Well, it'll
didn't
be
think I was
good.
going to be really that excited about Dark Universe, and I am pumped for that.
Okay. So I gotta say this before I forget. People can only go to the parks, and we're gonna talk independently of media passes, which we don't know if they're gonna give out or not, which they probably will, but we don't know how. There's a lot, and I mean a lot, to cover. First question, what do you think the park hours are gonna be?
9 to 11.
I think it'll be open later than what the
You
other
think till
Universal
midnight?
parks are open. The other Universal parks, they close kind of early. I think this is going to be open late.
Now, and that is true. Now, Universal Studios has been open till 10. But Islands does usually shut down early. You are right about that.
Is it gonna be influenced by the fact that it's attached to a hotel to not make it a loud experience for the hotel and not be open till late? I don't think it's gonna be open that late. I think it'll open early.
I think also, I wouldn't be surprised if they've been able to kind of design that hotel too, to where you may not hear the noise from the parks as much.
We won't know the distance until May, and I think they probably will do some sort of early park entrance if you're Sand Resort. Second question, if you were going with the media pass or for your first day, what would you prioritize? Food or rides? Because there's a lot of different ways you'd have to plan out what you wanted to basically experience. There's a lot of dining and a lot of great and really enticing locations to eat. So,
well, considering I'm allergic to everything, I'm hitting the rides. I'm gonna pack my snacks and I'm hitting the rides.
And I think this could be a interesting topic for an episode that we have for a future day, because we were talking as we were planning out this season of having an epic month leading up to Epic Universe opening, because as you can tell from our excitement as we're talking about this, like, we are pumped about it opening, but we have not really covered it as that much, because I feel like we've been kind of waiting to see more stuff coming out. So because I want to get, Disney World does have stuff coming out, so I want to get to that, and I think that could be a good topic to talk about later, so we can go more in depth, because I have an itinerary. So
I'm excited.
and
Well,
we would need
stay tuned for that.
So we have covered what I think is the most epic news of this episode. And I only say it's epic because that's the name of the theme park. I don't, but we
No
are
pun
saving,
intended.
we are saving. They're certainly not the least, but this one we know. I mean, we're like top now. We know everything about Disney World, because it's the podcast first and foremost. So
it's our bread and butter.
It is not just any bread and butter. I'm talking
Our meat and
bread
potatoes.
and butter from Texas Roadhouse. Get that cinnamon
That
butter.
honey butter.
Yeah.
Logan's Roadhouse,
right.
those honey rolls.
It could be
I'm
10:15
getting hungry.
at night. or 8 a.m. as you're driving in Houston traffic. We're talking about Texas Roadhouse bread and butter.
I love that so
Let's
much.
go.
I'm so hungry now.
We're
Thank
diving
you.
in. Let's go ahead and do Walt Disney World. And Jen has been dying to talk this entire episode, and we've saved it for last.
I'm so
Jen,
excited.
she's all yours. Go
She just
for
can't
it.
hide it.
I can't hide it. All right, we're going to break it down by park. There are a lot of changes coming to Walt Disney World, and I want everyone to stay positive with the changes that are coming. Okay? Hang in there with me. Stay positive. We're going to start in the park that I used to work in. So, Hollywood Studios. There is a new show, Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After. Now, this is set to premiere this summer, 2025, at Hollywood Studios. It's a live show that will transform Sunset Showcase into the mystical realm of the Magic Mirror. There's going to be some iconic villains like Cruella de Vil, Captain Hook, Maleficent. They're going to have production numbers. This is going to be a thrilling experience. I am so excited for this show. I'm hoping that this is a little bit of a preview of the things to come for the new Villains Land. So I'm thrilled with this.
I'm excited for the merch there.
Yes, bring on the Maleficent merch. I'm just saying.
Hopefully they do bring merch there.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Hopefully.
they will.
Make
I'm
that
sure they will.
villain's spirit jersey more readily available.
Yes. Okay. This one I have a little bit of mixed feelings about. The Little Mermaid, a musical adventure, is set to open this summer. This is going to be a live show. It has songs from the film. It's going to have new sets, vibrant cast. It's also going to have performers and puppets. I am curious if they're still going to have the Ursula that keeps catching on fire. Poor Ursula.
Hopefully they have solved that problem.
I hope that they have solved that problem. That's why I have mixed feelings. I had to throw it out there because
Kelsey is very excited
seeing
about
her catch on fire live. So yeah, I am excited for this. I do love The Little Mermaid. So, but I'm hoping that this is everything that they say it's going to be, and that there's a very big update, and it's not just throwing paint on something. So I think they can do a lot with this one.
I just hope that they can kind of revamp Animation Courtyard as a whole.
Yes.
Not just this show, because that area needs it.
It needs it.
And
I'd
like some further connections to some of these things, because I still feel like it's, and I love Hollywood Studios, this is my personal hot take, I still feel like it's still too dispersed with its theming.
Yeah.
Personally. But
I agree.
I have high hopes for the show.
Okay. Moving on to Magic Kingdom, and the one that everybody is excited about. Disney is going to have a new nighttime parade. It is called the Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away. It also debuts this summer. It's going to be a big summer for Disney. It'll have illuminated floats. It'll be classic and contemporary Disney films. Have Peter Pan, Encanto, Frozen. The concept artwork for this looks amazing. I'm a huge fan of the light parade, so I can't wait to see what they do with this. I am really excited about this, and as soon as we get a date, I would like to book a trip and be there for opening. Okay, also in Magic Kingdom, Pirates of the Caribbean Lounge, set to open in 2025. We don't know if that's going to be summer or not, but I imagine they're going to try to get that open as soon as they can. This new lounge will offer a seaworthy selection of grogs and grub, providing an immersive experience for guests. If they do this lounge the way that they did the Haunted Mansion Lounge on this ship, this is going to be amazing. This has the potential to just be amazing. I hope.
I still think that it's going to be somewhat like What's the one at the Poly? Trader Sam's. I know they said it's supposed to be new technology and such.
I could see
I
them
think
doing it just like Trader Sam's.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that's still a hit
Yeah.
after 10
That is a huge
Mhm.
hit.
And I'm gonna bet that Pirates is gonna open in the fall, late fall. And I'm going to bet that the parade is going to debut May or June.
Yeah.
Kind of like right around the
May
70th,
22nd?
but not over. No. I feel like it's going to be probably maybe like right after some of the hype for Disneyland dies down, or like right before. But I feel like it's still going to be in that early summer time frame. That's my guess, though.
Okay. We're going to move on to Epcot. Test Track is undergoing a significant transformation. The updated version is scheduled to reopen in late 2025. Usually when they say late 2025, you're thinking somewhere around November. I mean, Disney's late is late in the year. Specific details haven't been fully disclosed, but there's going to be a lot more innovation. It's going to be a better experience, and it's going to really give some props to the world of motion attractions. So I'm excited about this. I love Test Track, so I'm excited to see what they do with this. Animal Kingdom, Zootopia, our beloved It's Tough to Be a Bug show that terrified my children for years, is going away. Zootopia Better Zoogether. I can't even say that. Zoogether. That's scheduled to open in winter of 2025 at Animal Kingdom. This is a 3D show that will be in the Tree of Life, and it will take the place of It's Tough to Be a Bug. Guests will embark on an adventure through the various, biomes? I can't even see, of Zootopia, encountering favorite characters and immersive storytelling. I skipped one. All right, let's park hop back to Epcot. All right, so Spaceship Earth Lounge in Epcot will debut in late spring 2025. This new lounge inside Epcot's iconic Spaceship Earth will offer guests a sophisticated space to relax and enjoy refreshments. Inspired by the geometric design of the sphere, this lounge will feature rich textures and warm metallic tones, celebrating the legacy of this timeless icon. So that is going to be amazing. I think that's really going to be amazing. I don't know how you could go wrong with Spaceship Earth.
You can't. We
And I
got to
think
thank
it's
the
gonna-
Venetians.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
think it's
I
gonna
want
draw.
I want a mocktail that's called Thanking the Venetians.
If they don't have one like that,
We
that's a
protest.
missed opportunity. Yeah. I think it'll be nice to have like another indoor bar that's gonna kind of take us away from Space 220, although I'm assuming they're gonna have some sort of a queue. It'll be popular. But it'll be another indoor seating or seated venue for people to relax, drink, and see. Because I think the way that they explained it, there's supposed to be, at least in the concept art, there's going to be windows wrapping around the majority of the building. So that'll be really nice.
It could
You can
be a
find it
nice
there.
like lookout over, like where Walt sits. The
Exactly.
statue, not the animatronic. People, pay attention now. Come on. But like that really nice, because when we were there in September, that was gorgeous, y'all. So
Yeah,
Imagine
things
at
coming.
night when all the lights are turned on.
yeah.
it's going to be nice.
Now hit me with
nice.
an old fashioned there. I tell you what.
Or I thank the Phoenicians. Disney, take note. Please have that drink for Brooks. The mocktail.
Mocktail.
The mocktail.
Hey, there's a hashtag for you. Hashtag thank the Phoenicians.
So I think that's going to be really cool. And it'll be nice to have another space, no pun intended, another space towards the front of the park. Look at me. Okay. All right. Hopping back over to Animal Kingdom. All right. Tropical Americas. This is a themed area that is going to take the place of Dino Land.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Dino Land.
Deuces.
Look,
If you want to go see dinosaurs, go to Islands of Adventure.
Look, I have never full disclosure, I have never been a fan of the carnival type dinosaur area. I hate it. I think it looks junky. Every time I walk through it, I cringe. I just think it's yucky.
But I can't tell you how many times I played in the Boneyard when I was growing up going to Disney.
The Boneyard was cool, but that whole like carnival games and
I agree.
That. So it's
I
all
was
going
not a
away
fan
now.
of it until I learned the history of it. The history behind that whole area is incredible, and it made me appreciate it. But I can understand.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Brooks. I'm sorry. So this is not going to be opening this year. This is a 2-year construction project. This is going to be a very long process in terms of Disney. So Chester and Hester's Dinorama, the new area is inspired by Encanto and the Indiana Jones franchise. So we're getting an Indiana Jones ride where dinosaur is. It's basically the same ride car and that kind of stuff. So I think that's coming. The full completion is expected by 2027, but some parts of Dinoland will remain accessible throughout 2025. So don't completely write off Animal Kingdom and Dinoland area. I'm hoping that they keep that playground open as long as possible because that place is so much fun to play in. So, yeah, I mean, all the other projects going on are going to be much more long-term, but these are things that are coming in 2025. Don't be deterred thinking that there isn't new stuff coming and everything's going to be all torn apart for 2025. There's going to be a lot of new things coming to Walt Disney World. So if you're putting off a trip, please don't. There's so many new things that are coming this year. Take the trip.
There are. And to kind of piggyback what you're saying, this is only emphasizing 2025.
Yep.
For Disney World. And Disneyland for that matter. We haven't, other than like the completion of Tropical Americas, we didn't even touch about some of the other topics. We kind of mentioned Villains Land, but we didn't talk about Monsters Inc. coming. We didn't talk about, I'm drawing a blank. Cars Land coming.
Yeah.
Or Villains Land coming.
There is so much information.
There is a lot, and this is only 2025.
And we didn't talk about the retheming of a Rock and Roller Coaster either.
Right.
So
there's a lot coming.
The great thing about Disney, and I'll throw shade at Universal for a second here. They might have a fantastic new park and hotels coming, but it was a long time before we got anything new over there. Disney is constantly putting out things. So it's always changing, always evolving, always improving, and always providing a new experience for guests. Literally. I mean,
absolutely.
Think about all these different things that are coming in this is 2025 alone. All the things that are coming. And there's so much more on the horizon. Are there things currently closed that we're not super happy about, like Big Thunder Mountain? Yes. However, it's for a good cause. We're going to get 2 new lands, so if I have to sacrifice one ride for 2 new lands, I'm all for it. But
you're not even sacrificing. Like I said, it's just
a year.
Temporarily closed for a year, so they can do some
take
stuff.
The opportunity.
Maybe. Yeah.
You were gonna say
it's coming back. So if you are only going for a once in a lifetime trip, go in 2027.
Yeah.
When Big Thunder opens.
And, when people ask us, because I know that we all get this, anyone who's a Disney adult or goes, has gone more than twice, why do you go back? It's stuff like what's going on in 2025. No 2 trips are the same.
So there is actually somebody that said something very well spoken. Because I have it up. Let me quickly read it. And it is a quote: Disneyland will never be completed. It will continue to grow as long as there is imagination left in the world. Which tells you right there, yes, Disney took 5 years to build Tron, but at least, they are doing things. Look at the reconstruction of pretty much Epcot, and like Steph said, they are continuously making changes. So Universal, and I'll go to bat for Universal. Unlike Disney, Universal's landlocked. I mean, look where Epic Universe is. So they have to go through and buy property to just build. And Disney has. I mean, Disney World itself is 45 square miles. So
it's the size of San Francisco.
Walt and his boys, man, they did it right.
Yeah,
And then Universal just came in late. However, I mean,
However, they don't really do too many changes to their parks like Disney does.
They really don't.
Like, they don't update things that much, even if it's like one thing, like without expanding. So that's something that I can happily say about Disney. And,
absolutely.
I have a client that she's a Floridian. She hasn't been to Disney World in a really long time. She's like, I need help. I know there's like all these new things, but and I have been. I'm like, you haven't been in more than 5 or 10 years. It's a completely different park. I can tell you that much. Maybe not Animal Kingdom yet, other than Avatar, but there's just seriously like constant improvements and of evolution and the incorporation of the new Disney. So it's, contemporary with what children are watching now while still paying tribute to what we watched and those, older than me. It is an art and they might not always get everything right, but I do love that I can plan my trips and always have something new to experience, even with the amount of times I go. So I'm really looking forward to 2025. What am I most looking forward to? I don't know. What would you guys say?
Epic Universe.
Yeah.
Just because, in my life, okay, I guess I can't say in my lifetime. From what the last park that opened was Animal Kingdom. I was 7. So I don't really remember last week. So I'm not going to remember what happened when I was 7. So I've slept since then a number of times. But so in my early to mid 30s, the fact that, I've got a brand new theme park opening up. I would say and all the great things. I am so happy to have a nighttime parade coming back to the Magic Kingdom. Y'all don't understand. I am so excited. But Epic Universe is my number one.
I agree. The fact that, how long has it been since we've had a new park? Like, we've had, and I'm not including water parks, a new, like, theme park open on the East Coast like this. It's very exciting. It's very epic. Like I said, just perfect naming.
It is a perfect name.
So,
Jen?
I'm in the same boat. I am most excited about Epic, but I'm also with Kelton that as far as Disney goes, I am most excited about that nighttime parade.
That is 2 retired cast members talking right there. That just tells you.
Yeah. I cannot wait for that. I will book a trip just to go see it.
Steph,
quick weekend.
So I was looking at our show notes and we talk a lot about cruises, and I just want to mention real quick. We only talked about Disney Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean, but the cruise industry is booming. And there are ships being built left and right now, which is exciting. I personally do love cruising, and I like selling cruises to clients. I think it's a phenomenal way to vacation. As a Disney, I'm not a Disney purist, but Disney is just always gonna. An Epic Universe. Oh, goodness. I don't know. Because
It's
I'm
tough.
very excited. I'm very, very, very excited for Epic. I cannot say that I'm not. But every time I go to Universal, I feel like I'm cheating on Disney.
Mhm.
And I feel like I am just doing something wrong. And I can't go to Orlando without going to Disney too. So I'm excited about that.
To
But
quote Elise, why not both?
both.
Both.
Hashtag BOAF both.
So really
Yeah.
quick, I'll throw this in. Do you guys think that Universal is toying with the idea of a cruise line? No. No.
I don't think so.
Not in the near
You don't think-
future.
Well, aren't they opening another location, Texas, or something? I think they're gonna work on Yeah, I think that's what they're gonna focus on is more expansion in that.
I think if they do, I think they'll partner with another existing cruise line.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll do their own. If they do, I don't think they are in anytime soon. But I think if they explore that avenue, I think they'll partner with another cruise line.
Either way, this spring, I hope you find me at Spaceship. So, anyways,
Yeah.
And by the way,
on that
it's
note,
Frisco. It's Frisco, Texas, not Fredericksburg. I don't know why I said Fredericksburg.
well, still, it's
With a
another
Universal.
park all entirely. Like,
And that
that's
one's actually
definitely.
that's dedicated more to the younger crowd. So I'm hoping when that opens, we haven't even talked about that at all.
Mm-mm.
I keep forgetting about that one.
The
But
opportunities are endless.
there is a lot of things coming for
Brewing.
2025 and beyond. However, I think we got to take it back for a little 50th anniversary trivia question. So I'll throw it over to Brooks for that one.
So, if you remember way back before we all started talking about all this stuff, we mentioned with our trivia question that Space Mountain had just celebrated its 50th anniversary at Magic Kingdom, but another attraction also just celebrated their 50th anniversary. They both opened on the same day, January 15th, 1975. Can you guess what the other attraction is? Does
I'm
anyone
going to
want to take a
go
guess?
Astro Orbiter.
Anyone else?
I have no idea.
There's only 40-something attractions in that park.
I mean, like,
Can we get a hint at what land we should be focusing on?
would that give it away?
I'm gonna go with Toy Story.
Is it Dumbo?
Did you just say Toy Story? Toy Story wasn't open. It wasn't around in
Buzz,
the.
like the Buzz Lightyear, Star Command, Astro Blaster,
No.
whatever it's called.
No.
That's the one.
Oh, everyone, now is the time. Now is the best time. Now is the best time of your life. It's a song song for the attraction. Now more known as "There's a Great Big Beautiful
Carousel of
Tomorrow
Progress.
shining at the end of every day." Yep. Carousel of Progress opened in Magic Kingdom the same day as Space Mountain.
I did not know that.
Wow, they did not care about that in social media.
No, they did not.
Make any tributes. Oh my goodness.
We can do a late one for it.
Yeah.
I have a
So-
lot of good pictures of putting Snapchat filters on the characters, on the animatronics.
That's
weird.
funny.
And I did research it beforehand. So I was like, really? And I looked at it. I'm like, yep, they opened on the same day.
That's incredible.
So
People never care about Carousel of Progress unless it's 100 degrees with no clouds. Then
you need that
everybody
21
wants to
minute
see them.
break. And what a fantastic break it is.
Well, speaking of 21-minute breaks in the air conditioning, I think it's about time we go ahead and wrap this up for our season 4 opener episode of the Mouse Ears Podcast. Don't forget to join us over on Facebook in the Mouse Ears Podcast Facebook group. Follow us along on TikTok for now and Instagram. Make sure you follow us there to stay up to date for all things travel, but mostly Disney. If you're interested in having a Fairy Tale Journeys travel agent book your next trip, could be Disney, Universal Disney Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean, Sandals. Heck, they got Norwegian, MSC, Carnival, all inclusives. Check them out, fairytalejourneys.com. Make sure to let them know that your 4 greatest friends here sent you from the. Lastly, if you have enjoyed our weekly episodes of the podcast, we would love for y'all to leave us that 5-star review wherever you listen. Y'all, it's been a great season 4 opener from deep in the heart of Texas. Until the next episode, y'all have a great week. See you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.